Hi, my name is Tomás, and this is my Wwise and Unity implementation demo reel, using the game AZIMUTH. In this video, I will demonstrate some of the sound design and implementation techniques that I used to create the sound effects for this game using Audiokinetics interactive sound engine, Wwise. I started the project by creating an asset list to track the creation and implementation of all the sounds required for the game. I then used a combination of my own Foley and field recordings, sample libraries, and some subtracted synthesis to create the sounds I needed. In AZIMUTH, the jetpack sound play an important role in creating the immersive feeling that the game delivers. They were created in my studio with a combination of analog and digital sounds displayed in layers. I have used subtracted synthesis to create the various components of the air loop, such as air sprayers, jetpack's engine hum, and other resin textures. Field recorded assets were used to create the air ejection sounds using a combination of switch sounds, TV switch off sounds, and digital noise, processed with various effects for the different variations. Jetpack sounds were then implemented in the game using random containers, with each variation possibilities of a sequence that involves air ejection sounds plus air loop sounds. After all, I adapted the player controller script in Unity game engine in order to reproduce the jetpack sounds event when the player inputs a movement key. AZIMUTH is also a dangerous space station, where you can hurt yourself by crashing the multiple meteorites floating on space, or even burning and breaking your equipment with hot lasers displayed on the structure. And if you're not careful driving the jetpack, you may just get yourself killed. So to create the damage sounds, I have recorded a variety of impacts, rock movements, and crispy acid sounds that were implemented by using a combination of blend and random containers to create the final result. For the burning lasers impact, I have recorded the sounds of crispy cooking food, fired sounds, and cloth movements to create the sound of the lasers burning, and combined it with the equipment impact sounds from a library for the final result. These sounds were implemented into the game using a blend container as a playlist that reproduces two random containers, one for the impact and another for the burning sound. In Unity, I added an AK event script to each laser in the game that triggers the Wwise event created when the player impacts the laser colliders. The texture ambiances on the game are managed by a combination of blend containers, game events, and game states mixed together using 3D positioning controls that create the overall soundscape experience. They were implemented into Unity using AK state scripts for the main ambience container and AK ambient scripts for ambience objects. As the astronaut gets hot, his heartbeat and breathing become heavier and more noticeable to the player. So I recorded myself breathing and implemented it into the game using random containers that alternates different inhaling and exhaling sounds combined with a heartbeat loop. All these sounds are controlled by real-time parameter control for the player's health level. In Unity, I have modified the health script in order to match the health value with the RTPC. So when the astronaut loses health, heartbeat and breathing sounds become heavier. the objectives achieved, I have used layering techniques to create the various components of the fixing computer sequence, such as typing on the keyboard, UI message, and camera retargeting with zoom out and zoom in. As the astronaut approaches the computer, a blend container plays a sequence that includes keyboard typing sound, multiple UI sounds displayed into a random container, and a playlist container that includes zoom out and in whooshes sounds that follows the camera movements. This Wwise event was posted into the fixed script that changes the color of computers' screens when the objective is achieved. A training room was added to the original game in order to create more environment variety. Delay and reverb effects were added to this place to recreate a real empty room feeling. When the player enters, air ejection sounds, air loop sounds, and generic impact sounds send their signal through the training room auxiliary bus, enabling delay and reverb effects on every sound. Into Unity, an AK environment component was added to the room that activates the training room auxiliary bus when the astronaut enters. I am Tomás, and I had a lot of fun creating and implementing the sounds for this project. Thank you for watching my Wwise and Unity demo reel.